Hey, yeah, I'm over here. You might notice something a little bit different about the workshop today. I've had a bit of an issue, bit of a big issue. Well, I'm not pressing the panic button quite yet, but I have had to shift everything. I've got all my wood on the table here. Well, let me tell you why. And I don't know if this will come up in a future video, but I'm recording the footage just in case it has to, but you guys can see it first because I am in the busiest part of my year, January. Ski sales are through the roof. I get one day off a week where I have to put together videos, both for Patreon and for the channel. And I came down to the workshop today. I've not opened the workshop for more than a couple of minutes just to grab something since before Christmas, I don't think. Anyway, so it's a bit of a blur. And I found this. Let me spin you around. Down here. Zip. This was a puddle. Okay, it's dried a bit because OSB's done quite well and I've wiped it up and da-da-da. Anyway, there's another one. Wait, where's my hand? There's another one down there. There is another one over there. This might be the only one where there isn't one. No, there's a bit of one there. Anyway, let me just flip you around. I'm investigating and I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Seems like there's one under every single window. Now, I've had this built for 2.5 years. 2.5 years, this workshop. And touch wood, it has stayed perfectly bone dry. It's had other issues, but it's not had a single problem. I'm checking for leaks all the way around the outside. Now, because this is such a tiny little place, it's like those, you know those puzzles where you got the picture on tiles and you've got one free and you can move it until you get the picture right, but you can only move one tile at a time. You have to move like 15 different tiles. Although that's my workshop. So I've pulled everything away from this wall, but now what that means is I don't have any use of the table saw, the workbench, the camera rig, the lights. I just can't get to any of it. So I've got this race against time, you might want to call it, or a gamble. Because here's the problem, and I worked this out. What happened yesterday, I've got an overhang on the front of the workshop over this side. It covers the windows, it goes out. You've probably seen the build. It goes out about 1.5 feet. And that is supposed to stop any rain hitting all of this problem area, which through my lack of experience, lack of knowledge, is not perfectly done. These are solid windows, and yes, I've got some beading around them and da-da-da-da, but where I've built them, haven't got enough for slope on the outside. 2.5 years, the wind and the rain has never combined in a way that has stitched me up. Until last night, or the day before, or whenever the storm was. I presume it was when that happened. And what's happened is the water has hit this window, then it's hit the windowsill on the other side, and stayed there. Then it's come in, down the other side of the window, straight into the wall, and then hit the floor, come underneath. So some of it has come through this batten here, but most of it has hit the outside of the window, pulled on the ledge, gone down, the bead of silicone has failed, and everything has come back out through the bottom, pulled up under my nice bits of wood or bits of scrap wood, whichever way you look at them now. And anyway, 4 leaks, 4 windows. This one's the worst, so I've pulled off the soundproof panel because that's got a little bit wet just from where it's seeped between. I've got 2 pieces of wood here and a little bit has seeped out through there. Not much, tiniest bit, but it's soaked up into the soundproof panel. So I'm going to do it in the form of a video, but I'm also going to do it in the form of a Patreon. However, I don't think I've got time to fix it today. I've got to pick the kids up from school in about half an hour and get them where they need to be. So I'm going to have to line up all of the tools, all of the wood, clear myself a space in here, get ready for Monday when I hit this with a fix. And you know the best thing about Patreon is I can tell you about it. I can get you up to this point. I can have a right moan about it. Although, I promise you it's not a dire issue. And then I can close the video off and say, do you know what? If I get on it later, you'll get a second video, a third, a fourth, a fifth. But tell me, maybe, if you bothered, tell me, do you think that there is a Keith Rag and Bone Brown style video of I came down to my workshop and had this disaster? I've never done this kind of real life stuff. I've never done this kind of all about me kind of thing. Maybe it's something that is, I mean, let's be honest here, between us, it could be a seriously easy video because I just have done an intro which took 5 minutes. It's all by this handheld camera that I use for Patreon. got a few extra bits of B-roll that I can use from this camera. I could get a video out, I'd get a sponsor on it. It could be, I mean, I've said this to you guys many, many times. I put way too much effort into videos. This could be a tester for a really easy video. And it shows people a bit about me, a bit about the workshop, a bit about a follow-up from 2.5 years later. I might put another disaster in if I get one in the time between now and February when I would release it. I don't know. It's just a thought. Let me know what you think. I always value your opinions. This is my New Year gift, it seems. And if this is the worst thing that happens when you're away for a few weeks, well, it's still standing. And actually, after 2.5 years, that's relatively surprising. But for those of you with workshop proud or workshop pride, look, this this makes me so stressed. This is, imagine if you go into your office and it looks like this, right? Anyway, there is a video next Saturday. So if I get this one out to you tomorrow, which would be quite cool, then that will be Saturday something like the 10th, I guess. If I get this out to you tomorrow, then brilliant. And don't worry, there's a proper video next week. I've taken a couple of weeks to actually build up videos, not necessarily to not work. I just wanted to get ahead of myself because I've got 3-4 sponsors lined up. So I need to feel confident I've got the videos when ski season's going nuts. Whatever you do this weekend, well, I hope it's nothing like this. I hope you get in your workshops and just enjoy them for what they are. Hope the storm hasn't caused you any damage and that you're not completely snowed in, because we were lucky we didn't get any snow, although the kids don't feel that way. Look after yourselves. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks a lot.